Mega Kangaskhan features in its own raid day in Pokemon Go, and by the end of this video you'll know everything the event has to offer and the best tips to help you make the most of it. And there are actually quite a few reasons why you don't want to miss this one. So the event takes place on May 3rd between 2 PM and 5 PM local time. But what exactly does this event have to offer? Well, for the bonuses, Mega Kangaskhan will be appearing more frequently in Mega Raids, and the raids will be resetting every 30 minutes. Kangaskhan caught from these raids will have a boosted 1 in 10 shiny rate, and Kangaskhan encountered from these raids will know the legacy move Stomp. You will be able to receive up to 5 free raid passes from spinning gyms, and these will be additional to the daily free raid pass, and you can keep your daily raid pass from the day before, so you can actually get a total of 7 free passes for the day. Also worth noting that the remote raid limit will be increased to 20 from May 2nd at 5 PM until the 3rd at 8 PM PDT. But these aren't the only bonuses. From the start of the event, you will get access to a free timed research, and upon completing this, you will earn 10,000 Stardust, and you'll get an additional bonus that rewards you with 1,000 additional Stardust for completing a raid battle, for a total of 2,000 Stardust or 3,000 if you buy the event ticket. And speaking of the event ticket, it is optional and it will cost you $5, and it'll get you 8 additional raid passes from spinning gyms. You'll have an increased chance of getting Rare Candy XL from raids, and you'll get 50% more XP and 2 times Stardust from raids. These effects will be active from 2 PM to 5 PM on the raid day, May 3rd. But to know whether or not this ticket is worth purchasing, we will first need to go through whether Mega Kangaskhan is worth raiding itself. Is it any good in Pokemon Go? So in terms of meta relevance, Kangaskhan isn't a good raid attacker, and in Go Battle League it's ranked 383 in the Great League with 0, 14, 15 IVs, it's ranked 255 in the Ultra League with 0, 15, 13 IVs, and it's ranked 307 in the Master League. So overall it doesn't really have any meta relevance. However, there are still a couple of reasons why it is worth raiding this Pokemon. Firstly, it is a normal type Mega, so when Mega evolved it can boost candy gains for normal type Pokemon, and whilst normal type Pokemon aren't that good for raid attacking, there are many that are good in Go Battle League. So it is a bit niche, but if you don't have access to a normal type Mega, then this Pokemon is worth raiding for that reason. But even more important is that Kangaskhan is a regional exclusive Pokemon. Outside of Mega Kangaskhan raids that don't come around that often, Kangaskhan is actually an exclusive spawn for Australia, meaning unless you played in certain events or you have raided Mega Kangaskhan before, you will most likely need this one for your Kanto decks. And shiny hunting this Pokemon is difficult outside of Australia because you will have to rely on Mega Kangaskhan raids, and normally these raids do have a 1 in 128 shiny rate. So during this raid day you are 10 times more likely to get a shiny, with the shiny rates being increased to 1 in 10. So really this is a great opportunity to get this Pokemon for the decks and to hunt the shiny. And generally, even if you aren't interested in Mega Kangaskhan, this event is worth doing just for the free raids because you will get Stardust, XP and other items for completing them. Remember though, you can't get all of the free raid passes at once. You do have to use a raid pass and then spin a gym to get the next one. And another reason to play this event is that it can help you with fueling adventure effects, because the Pokemon you need candy for to do these adventure effects are generally not in raids that often. However, you can use rare candy to turn into the candy of these Pokemon, and mega raids like these Mega Kangaskhan raids do reward rare candy. And with the fact you can do up to 7 of these raids for free, it's a good time to farm some rare candy for this, or for any other way you want to use rare candy, like for mythical Pokemon for example. Raid days are also really helpful for evolving Galarian Yamask and Hisuian Quillfish. This is because to evolve them you do need to have them as your buddy and complete 10 raids. So whilst you can get some of these raids done for free all on one day, it's well worth having one of these as your buddy. So whether or not this event ticket is worth picking up generally depends on what you want from the event. But if you are shiny hunting, I would recommend using the free raid passes first, just to see if you can get the shiny without having to spend any money. And then if you don't get the shiny after you've used the free raid passes, you can then think about getting the event ticket. Alternatively though, you will get quite a few bonuses from this ticket, so if you are looking to maximize XP, Stardust and Rare Candy XL, and you're planning on doing more raids than the free raid passes allow, then I would recommend this ticket for you. It's worth noting though, you may find better raid pass value in the bundles in the in-game shop, and the green premium battle passes do have more value than the orange ones that you get from this ticket, because you can use them in Go Battle League as well as raids, and they don't expire like the orange ones do. So that's something to bear in mind. Also, if you do decide to get this event ticket, I highly recommend picking it up from the web store, where you will get this event ticket for the same price of $5, but you'll also get an extra premium raid pass. Now, if you do decide to raid this Pokemon, what are the best counters for it? Well, Mega Kangaskhan has a raid TP of 37,140, and the 100% IVs for Kangaskhan are 1477 and 1847, boosted in partly cloudy weather. It's a normal type, so it is only weak to fighting type attacks. So the best counters are Mega Lucario, Mega Heracross, Shadow Conkeldurr, Terrakion, Mega Rayquaza, Shadow Machamp, Keldeo, Lucario, Shadow Hariyama, and Mega Blaziken. And for budget counters that are easier to obtain and to power up, I would recommend Lucario, Hisuian Decidueye, Conkeldurr, Breloom, Machamp, and Hariyama. This raid can actually be soloed with the best counters at high levels, however it can be a little bit tricky unless you have these high level counters, so I would recommend a second trainer to help you out. You can then party up to use party power as well, which will make the raid a lot easier. And if you do decide to use party power, the best counters do change a little bit due to the increased damage the charged attacks will do. So in this case, the best counters will be Mega Lucario, Mega Gallade, Mega Heracross, Duskmane Necrozma, Shadow Mewtwo, Mega Alakazam, Mega Lopunny, Shadow Conkeldurr, Mega Rayquaza, and Shadow Annihilate. And if you want to maximize candy for Kangaskhan from these raids, you can use Peanut Berries to catch it, and you can Mega Evolve any Pokemon to get more candy, but if you want more Candy XL for it, you would need to Mega Evolve a normal type such as Pidgeot, Kangaskhan itself, Lopunny, or Ordino. And to get more Candy XL, and XP per catch, Mega Evolving a Pokemon that is at the max Mega level would be ideal. You can also get guaranteed Candy XL per trade this season, so a good time to be trading and working on your Platinum Gentleman and Pilot medals. And if you can't trade, I would recommend holding on to any Kangaskhan you want to transfer until the Sandygast Spotlight Hour on the 13th at 6 PM, because there will be a 2x transfer candy bonus, so you get double the candy. Worth noting as well that it does require 200 Mega Energy to Mega Evolve a Kangaskhan, so it will take 1 or 2 raids to get this depending on how quickly you beat the raid. And once you have Mega Evolved a Kangaskhan for the first time, you will then be able to make any Kangaskhan your buddy and walk with it to get more Mega Energy. You do get 5 energy per kilometers walked, but you'll only receive the energy when you've walked enough to obtain a candy. And for Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day, there are some other ways you can capitalize on this event. So at the same time as the Raid Day, the Growing Up event will be ongoing, which I do have a video up on the channel now about that one if you want to know more, and I'll link it in the description. But from this event, you can actually get one of the best counters for Mega Kangaskhan. So in 2km eggs, you will have a chance of encountering Riolu, which does evolve into Lucario. So if you need Lucario or if you need candy to power it up, then it's worth hatching some of these eggs before the raid day or whilst you're out playing it. Not only this, but with the increased remote raid limit, you will be able to use this to raid more relevant raid bosses. So in 5-star raids will be Tapu Fini, and it is the 22nd best fairy type attacker with Water Gun and legacy move Nature's Madness, which it will have when caught from these raids. And in Go Battle League, it is ranked 43 with 113-15 IVs, and it's ranked 66 in the Master League. For the Mega Raids, Mega Houndoom will be available, and it is the 15th best fire type attacker with Fire Fang and Flamethrower, and it's the 4th best dark type with Snarl and Foul Play. So if you haven't got access to Mega Absol or Tyranitar, then it's definitely a good one to get for a dark type attacker. However, if you do have access to them, Mega Houndoom does also provide the unique ability to boost attacks and candy gains for both dark and fire types at the same time, so it does have some niche use. It's also worth noting, if you do want some extra items for this event, you could attend a community ambassador meetup. To do this, you need to head to the Niantic Campfire app and check the map of your local area to see if there are any meetups that are being specifically held by community ambassadors. Then when you get to the meetup, you can check in via the Niantic Campfire app and you will receive a special research. These do differ depending on the type of event you are attending, and for a raid day in particular, you will be rewarded with 5,000 XP, 1,500 Stardust, 10 Peanut Berries, and a premium raid pass. And with that said, if you did enjoy this video, I recommend checking out this video on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.